DJ DUBL.
It's DJ DUBL here, and today I've got with me the first person I ever interviewed. Did you know that? You don't even know that, did you?
No, I didn't know that.
First person ever. He's from Canada. His name's Tre Mission. Yeah, so you're the first person I ever interviewed. It was, do you remember that day? It was in Brighton.
That was like 5 years ago.
5 years ago, I think.
Now,
yeah,
5 years.
You're just about to touch the stage with Temps down in Brighton.
Nah, it came off.
Oh, you just came off?
Yeah,
Right.
off.
Okay, so you remember it better than I did.
Yeah,
Wow,
because if you watch it, you could tell in the video I'm just gassed.
Yeah.
I'm wearing shades inside the club. Just gassed. You could just tell, like, I was just on a high because that was probably maybe my 5th or 6th show that I'd done. Something like that.
Yeah.
I've done so many since then, but that was like, one of the earlier ones. If I could go back and do that one over, it would just be nuts. That whole trip anyway, if I could go back and do it over. But I learned a lot on that day and the days that followed.
But that trip, you achieved a lot though, man. You were running through major radio stations.
Yeah.
You're recording videos with some of the biggest artists in the scene. Like,
yeah, I was mashing works, but I could have done more if I knew. But how would I have known?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So that was your first trip, first time here.
Yeah, exactly. I was supposed to be here for 2 weeks, and then I just ended up staying for 5 months.
Yeah,
So,
I remember.
Yeah.
Mad.
Trust me.
You popped onto my radar because way back when you were into grime. Like that's the USP for Tre Mission. Like that's the unique selling point. So what was it that first got you into grime?
Oh man, you know what's crazy? The amount of times that I answer this question, I forget it a little bit each time. But it's like any other genre of music. Asking like you can't really explain what or why, right? How was just really, first of all, at one point I didn't have cable. I just had the basic cable. So BT was after basic cable. So when I had actual cable, that's all I watched, BT. And then when I didn't, I had to watch another station called Much Music, which basically they play everything. So Much Music, on weekends at nights, they would do specialty shows. So they had one called The Wedge, and the premise of The Wedge was basically the music world is a huge pie, and there's that wedge of the music that's influential and important but not mainstream. Right. That little wedge is what gets showed in this. Okay. So I ended up seeing a couple of Dizzy Rascal videos. The first one I seen was Fix Up, Look Sharp. Didn't like it, hated it. But I remember thinking, I didn't know what he was saying, because especially him too, Dizzy, his accent is nuts. He doesn't have like the most. It's not the easiest guy to understand if you're not used to like East London people, like, you know what I mean. So I didn't know what he was saying. Then I seen a couple other ones, I Love You, a couple other ones, and then I was like, okay, that's kind of. I wasn't really thinking about what is this, finding out if it's grime or not. But what I was thinking was, there's some different stuff going on over there in the UK. That's what I was just thinking. And then I remember I seen The Streets, and on the same show, Streets, Blinding Lights. And back home, for some reason, that song is like everyone. You know how like everyone will have that one song that's like the guy that just listens to all rap. Just all listens to D Block and whatever. He'll just have that one random song. He's like, oh no, but that's my song. And you're just like, you know what I mean? So Blinding Lights, for a lot of people growing up, I remember in high school, a lot of people would find out about that song and they were just like, he's offbeat. I don't know what he's saying half the time, but something about this is just cold. That kind of opened me up to it more. Then when I started smoking loud, that's when I really started exploring different genres and whatever. I was just smoke and just taking music. So through that, fast forward a few years later, because that was like I would say I was about 13 years old when I first seen a Dizzy Rascal video, maybe 12.
And are you making music at this point?
Yeah, I was already making music.
So you're an artist, you're just a rapper, right?
Yeah, I started making beats at 11.
Right.
I was rapping from even before that, because my uncles, they make beats and they used to spit on the ends and everything, right? So so fast forward a few years later, that was when I was about 13, 12, so that's about 2003. Fast forward a few years later to maybe 06, 07, one of my boys went to Jamaica for like half the school year, and he never used to go to school, so he went to Jamaica for half the school year, and one of his cousins from England was there and showed him Frisco mixtape. So from there, he started researching. He makes music as well. That kind of gave us a spark to like study music again, like it's homework, finding this new genre that we're into. So we would just bounce songs back and forth. At the time, YouTube was mad new as well. In 06, YouTube had just come out that year. So there wasn't really that many music videos and stuff on there. So you couldn't even find out about it through that. So we were on like mad forums, like deep into the internet, you know what I mean? And just, yeah, from there. And then my love for it just grew. And with my music, I already wanted to be experimental anyways and like do different stuff. I didn't want to do what everyone else was doing, you know, because I just felt like that I needed to make myself different somehow. And then grime kind of just fell in my lap. And through Grime Forum, I found out that when I do grime, people like it. And that's how more of the passion for making it came.
Yeah. I think people are very excited because it's like grime's in Canada. You're like the ambassador out there. The first, I think you were really the first international artist that kind of popped up on grime's radar that was doing it. There may have been others, but they never really surfaced. I mean, you were like the earliest one onto it. I think that was pretty exciting for everyone, especially the fans.
Yeah. Well, I came out confident in my ability to spit anyway, because I was 19 when I entered the scene, and I'd already been in and out of studios, been making beats. We done little videos, put them on the internet, everything. I'd already been that guy at my high school that was just bodying people in battles and everything. So, and from making music from so young, you know what I mean? So my confidence was up. So I went into it thinking I was sick already anyways. Yeah. And also I was good, you know what I mean? And I actually studied it and really had listened and taken in the music and whatever. So, and also being of West Indian heritage helped me as well. And that's like, you know, in my city, like that's a big part of like our culture. So it helped me relate to it as well and understand certain things, and just even like how to touch the rhythm certain times, you know what I mean? Where you might not understand if you don't come from a background of things like dance hall and stage shows and stuff like that. So, and even the whole concept of reloads and all of that.
Yeah, like enough forwards, people, so that's not really a hip hop thing.
Yeah, someone in America, you have to explain that to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you don't have to explain that to me because where I come from and where my parents come from as well. So, yeah, that was a big thing about it.
What's the grime scene like in Canada now? Like, it's obviously, I know it's not mainstream, but is it bubbling? Skepta did a show there as part of his tour.
Yeah, no, he did a couple shows in Canada. He did, I opened for him as well at the Toronto one. As far as a grime scene, I wouldn't say there's a grime scene. I'd say that there's a market for grime artists to come down now and do shows and stuff like Skepta did and Stormzy did, and Flo Dan was just there with the Bug and Manga and D DUBL, P Money. Me and P Money were supposed to do a show that got cancelled, stuff like that. So, but as far as a scene, there isn't really a scene. You know what I mean? Like, people come to me too. Like, there's some people that come to me like, yo, I make grime, let's do something, and they think like automatically that I should, like, you know what I mean, want to.
Yeah.
But to begin with, I'm already selective with who I work with in the grime scene. You understand what I'm saying? So even when I came over here, I was doing a little bit more bouncing around, but I'd rather just make music with the people that I actually really am cool with and I really rock with. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But in Toronto, a lot of people try to come to me and say, "Oh yeah, I do grime. Let's do this and this and this." And I haven't heard anything where I'm like, "This is cold." You know what I mean? And also, grime is a thing like hip hop where it's like it's all down to authenticity as well at the end of the day. So like, you know, if you come to me with a certain type of lyrics and I don't know anything about where you say you come from, I've never heard of that. The people that you're supposed to be around, what's going on in your area, I've never heard of you doing anything on the roads, anything like that. I'm not really interested.
Yeah.
So, but that doesn't mean to MC you have to, but to come to me with that. So like, you know what I mean? I'm just selective. You have to have a lot of bases covered for me to want to rock with you, and I haven't really seen nothing like that. I'm more a part of London grime scene than I probably am of Toronto rap scene.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So
I definitely would agree. Just, I mean, going back to your first trip here, those 5 months you spent, I think you achieved more. Even actually just the first month, you achieved more that first month on your first trip here than most artists in the scene have now in their entire career in 8 years. Do you know what I mean? So I definitely would, you've definitely put your footprint in the scene over here. Because a lot of people do think that Drake took grime to Canada with the Skepta co-sign and the rumours that he signed to BBK. Does that make you feel any kind of way?
First of all, I don't think that the whole Drake and Skepta thing has really done that much more for grime outside of Skepta's situation. That being the reason I say that is because Drake hasn't really gone on record promoting grime like that.
Yeah.
Like,
it's just Instagrams and
you know what I mean?
And stuff.
And also in Canada, it's like, apart from the bait ones that they would have known about anyway, no one's really checking for it like that. Well, in America, actually, I'll say more. In America, like, oh yeah, Skepta's cool, he does grime, cool, but they don't really want to play a whole grime compilation CD in their cars. Right, and that's not because grime is not good enough. It's because they like Skepta, what Drake showed them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So now you're obviously well connected with Boy Better Know.
Mm-hmm.
You obviously check for them every time you come over. Like you said, you're open for Skepta out in Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
How did you first make the connection with them?
First was JME, really. I linked up with JME, and JME brought me a couple radio shows, and then I came. Them time they had a radio show on another station, and I went there and did a set with them. And then a couple things, like I went on the Wiley tour and they were there, and then fast forward to 2016, the second time they came down for Skepta's second show. Mm-hmm. Me and Jammer
when they came out to Toronto.
Yeah, me and Jammer linked up and went and did the 99% single that we just put out.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really like music and just a mutual respecting. Like, I respect them for what they do and what they've done, you know what I mean? And they respect me for what I'm doing and what I've done and what I'm trying to do and what I represent. So, yeah, that's that's all I could ask for, you know what I mean?
I've always kind of just watched and contemplated the possibility of seeing the Twitter hashtag, the Twitter handle, changing to Tre Mission BBK. I was always waiting to see if he was maybe going to join the team.
Yeah, no, you know what? To be honest, though, I'm not really into joining like anything that's already that big.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Even like the OVO thing, like even signing to OVO, like just say I woke up tomorrow and there's an email from Oliver saying, hey, come down, we want you to sign this contract. I would have to really, really, really think about it.
Yeah.
Because I have so many plans in my head and things I want to do, and like I want to take risks. I want to do, you know what I mean? I don't want any of my risks to be that I want to take to become a liability for someone else. And that's where it gets funny, you know what I mean? So I'm cool with like doing the slow and steady grind, and because that's what BBK did anyways. That's what Skepta and Jamie did. And what I tell people back home a lot as well is like, you guys don't even understand that Skepta was going to have this year regardless.
Yeah.
Because they've been putting in work for years and years. It's been a slow build. At one point you thought it was gonna, then it didn't, you know what I mean? So that in itself inspires me. And also like, I wish people knew that as well, how much he's actually done.
Yeah, definitely. Well, there's that
a
phrase that I've used a couple times in other interviews, like it takes 10 years to blow up overnight. Like, and that's,
I heard that a couple weeks ago. I love that one.
In
I love that
Skepta's
one.
case, that's just a perfect example.
Yeah, because even myself, sometimes I'm looking at him and I'm forgetting, like, yo, no, he's worked for this. You know what I mean?
And even when other people were changing their sound, he had a moment. I think he kind of wavered a little bit, changed the sound, realized that wasn't what he wanted to do. Yeah, came right back and was patient again. Like,
yeah. Well, the thing too is like I came here 2011. People were already saying, "Oh, grime, I don't know, that's for kids," and Ray. You know what I mean? What people say, and then probably a year into that, people are coming to me, and I won't say any names, but artists.
Say names. We like it.
I wish I could.
Say it.
I wish I could. I've done enough op this week. But yeah, people, artists and the likes have said to me, "Oh, grime is dead. Not only is it dead, it's not good. You know what I mean? That's dead. I don't like it. I don't even want to hear that stuff. That's for kids. You know what I mean?" And I see them this year running around, jumping up, trying to follow people into venues and mad stuffs. You know what I mean? So
yeah. Who was that? Sorry.
It was actually Nathan from S-Star.
Oh,
you know
right.
about
that
him?
Guy.
Yeah, and that Jawsy guy.
Jawsy. Yeah, they're the worst, man. They are the worst. So I mean, you've done like. No, it's not getting edited. I'm keeping that right in.
Yeah.
So you've done like, just to name a couple people, Wiley, JME, Devlin. These are all features on tracks.
No, I haven't done Devlin.
No, so there wasn't Devlin on the same track with you.
Oh yeah. I was. I thought I'm thinking of my album, because on my album I had Skepta and JME.
Yeah.
This was a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, by the way.
Other tracks you featured on
yeah. That was, I was on Wiley Gets. It was me, Wiley Gets, Ice Kid, Devlin, I think, on that song. Yeah,
that's right. The list goes on, man. It is almost like a who's who of sick people in the UK.
Yeah.
Who's left that you want to work with?
I could have worked with Kano, and just me being 19 and being my first time in London and not being organized and whenever I missed out on that opportunity. So yeah, I would love to do that.
Elaborate. What happened? Like, did you just sleep in, or?
Yeah, it was just me like going out, coming home. Oh, lost my phone, or my phone's not charging, or it's dead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Diz. It's just going nuts.
Kicking yourself about that?
Yes and no, because the reason I'll say yes is because obviously it's an opportunity missed, and no because the level that I was on then lyrically and now completely different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When I look back, I'm surprised that he even wanted to do something with me, you know what I mean? So, and like, yeah, that's the thing too, is like, obviously there was a novelty at first. Eventually the novelty wore off. Some of the buzz wore off with that novelty, but that was a blessing and a curse because I was able to show and prove that it was beyond that.
You almost had to,
so.
Yeah, do you think that will come around again?
Another one is, I like KDB.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Craig David, that's my G.
Right.
Yeah, definitely need to do that for my
we
dukes.
Were talking about Garage just before we turned the mics
yeah.
as well.
I need to do that for my mom and my girl. That one there. And that's it really for grime. Everything else I've done it already.
Yeah. So do you think the Kano opportunity will come back around?
It could. I would hope so.
That sound dope, man.
Yeah. Me and Getz have a couple songs, so.
Oh, okay. Well, they're not out there yet.
Nah, some of them are out. We have Humble that's out. We have another one we done with Rapid that never came out. But yeah, so we're definitely gonna be doing more work probably on this trip as well. So hopefully maybe that could lead to, you know what I mean?
Let's talk about top 5 MCs in the UK now.
Yeah.
Who would you put where?
Top 5.
Yeah.
Top 5.
They don't have to be the biggest. You can draw you can show some knowledge now.
Top 5 MCs right now. Murky Ace. BT. He's
BT.
He's from South London.
Okay, I'm gonna look him up.
Yeah, BT and Rendo. They do a cold tag team together. But yeah, definitely BT's my favorite. Dimsy from 6'7". He just says craziest things. He just says the craziest things. That's 3 right now. So that's 3. I would definitely put Skepta up there. And I would definitely put Getz there. Definitely 100%. That's it.
Okay.
Done. Yeah.
No Stormzy.
I wouldn't put him in my top 5. I haven't listened to that much of him, to be honest. I've heard like the singles or whatever, but he's definitely cold. Yeah.
That's interesting, man. Interesting top 5.
Oh yeah, all those guys I've heard. I know at least 5 of their verses off the top of my head. You know what I mean? So I have to go with those guys.
Yeah, that's sick, man. So you mentioned doing 99% with Jammer, which is a cold tune, bruv. Like,
Respect.
Sick. I think you definitely brought the best out in Jammer, like without a doubt.
Yeah,
like,
a lot of people are saying that about that record.
Did you write the whole song?
Nah, we didn't even write it down. We literally, like, I made the beat a couple weeks before.
Oh, so you produced the beat?
Yeah,
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I made the beat a couple weeks before. We were in the studio. We were just playing beats back and forth, trying to figure out what direction we're going to go. We didn't even know if we're going to do a back and forth. That never even came up. And then we had kind of put a couple to the side that were like, okay, we're going to go back to that one. But when I played that beat, he's like, no, that's the one.
He went in, did his stop.
Yeah.
Then you went in,
did
the next
as far
bit,
as you want to go. And then I'll
stop.
come in. You might spit 3 bars. And then I might spit 4, and then you might spit 2, but I might just come with half a bar.
Right.
And look at you and say, all right, go back. And you could come back with 3 or come back with another half.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Jammer's actually one of my favorite. He's actually one of my favorite. I should have put him in the top 5 that I just did.
Yeah.
Because Jammer, he just gets me gassed every single time. Every single time. Like, and especially when he does a feature, that's when he shines the most.
Definitely.
If you listen to Skepta's last album on Detox, what he done on there, if you listen to not the last Lord of the Mics before that, but you know how they do a song for the Lord of the Mics every time. If you listen to his verse on that, he's going blind. People don't even realize because he comes with the hype. Yeah, he is, because he comes with the hype and his delivery is different. You know what I mean? And they're just used to him. All right, Jammer, he bringing us the energy. It's the Merco man or whatever.
Yeah.
Get a reload, spray some water. So he gets the job done on that point. And then people kind of think they kind of don't take in that he's really going in. But I noticed with Detox, though, a lot of people are like, whoa, Jammer's verse.
There's another tune that he put out not too long ago, Fast Life. Him and
Cold.
Skepta.
Yeah. That was off his album, Living the Dream.
I think, to be honest, that might have been a turning point for me. When I heard that, I was like, let me start paying some more attention.
Yeah, even, his music started kind of taking a slightly different direction at that point, too. Slightly more serious.
I feel it's almost like someone sort of showed him a little bit, like showed him the way, like take it a bit serious. Do you know what I mean?
Who knows? It could have been that. Could have been someone around him. He might have just maybe done a song one day. It could have been that Fast Life song and said, wait, this is the part of me that I need to push out there more. Because that's what happened to me as well with a lot of stuff. Like a lot of aspects of who I am as an artist, I didn't realize maybe I could focus on that more. You know what I mean? So
Tizzy Gang's the next project, or are you going to do a Tre Mission EP?
All right, so I just did Gang. I dropped another one, King.
Yeah, both very high tunes.
So I did Gang on SBTV. I did King, Grime Daily, and
I like how you do that as well. You're political with it, man. You're spreading it across the platforms.
Yeah. I used to do a lot of stuff like on my own channels and stuff. That's another thing about me too. What people sleep on with me is if you go look at my videos that I've done for the last since I've come out, like I've actually put time and effort into these videos, money. You know what I mean? Real creative energy has gone into this, and like I've done videos for instrumentals off my first album, the free album Malmaison. Like I've flown to California, went Calabasas in the mountains with a dog whisperer, and all types
what,
of
sorry?
a man that comes and trains the dogs,
right?
To do videos in the desert, wearing like the craziest. Like I've done crazy stuff. You know what I mean?
I never saw that one, but. Your visual game's way up.
Yeah.
That's one thing I've always liked about you as an artist.
It's been way up for me. I've been trying to push that. So, but I'm trying to change the aesthetic a little bit now because I've kind of skipped a step. I did the big stuff on a smaller budget, and everyone's looking like, whoa, that must have been $50,000 when, you know, it might have been $1,500, might have been $25,000, might have been $500. You know what I mean? I made it work. So, I'm trying to switch the aesthetic up a little bit. And I did those 3. And I'm going to continue to do singles over the summer. And I'm going into fall. But by the end of the summer, fall time, I want to release my solo project. It might come quicker than I or you think. It just might pop up one day. But I also have the Tizzy Gang album in the works. On that project, you could hear a lot of production by me, Splurt Diablo. You hear me spitting on there, Murky Ace, Cadell, Vic Santoro, J Ammo, Nasty Jack. Those are all Tizzy members. And it's kind of like obviously, like I said, the core is me, Murky, and Cadell, but it's a collective. So the album's going to showcase the collective. We're basically finished that, figuring out the release dates and everything, the videos and all of that. On top of that, me and my homie L's BS, we have a joint EP coming out together that is basically almost done, and that is like more showing off the Tizzy Gang stuff. Is like everything off the Tizzy Gang album is probably gonna end up gonna hear me spray it on a set. This thing with L's kind of more showcases the other side of me, more leaning toward a kind of a rap.
Okay,
you know what I mean? And it's heavy on the hooks and everything. You know what I mean? So all 3 of those are really in the works right now. Then within the next 2 weeks, I'm gonna start really like plugging dates and everything properly, and obviously doing it properly. But I came and checked you early.
I love that, man. I love that. One thing I probably did ask you in our very first interview, but I can't remember the answer to. Ultimate collaboration, dead or alive, who would you most like to work with? It might have changed since then, of course.
Bob Marley.
Definitely
actually,
said the same now you said it. I think that was the same answer.
I don't even have to think about that. I definitely said that, for sure.
It stayed the same. So no, I don't even need to ask why. But we've reached the important part of the show now. The important part. I don't know if you've seen any of my interviews recently, but this is vital to learning about Tre Mission as a person instead of a musician. It's called the fun bit. Tre Mission, you ready for the fun bit?
Let's go.
Right. This top one, courtesy of a big fan who texted this one in. Tory Lanez or Drake?
Drake.
Yeah, it was a no-brainer. What are you afraid of?
Heights.
If you could speak any other language, what language would you speak?
It's a tie between Arabic and Amharic.
Why?
Those are just really deep languages historically. You know what I mean? So my girl is Ethiopian and my stepdad.
Oh, okay.
So I would love to learn that language. Arabic, just for the, you know what I mean? It's a really old school, deep language. You know what I mean? Even the numbers and like how we use that and everything. So yeah, I'm really into Arabic. I think it just sounds cold as well. It just sounds sick. It sounds sick. If you're angry and you're speaking Arabic,
cussing someone out in Arabic,
everyone's gonna run. Everyone is gonna run.
What's the worst job you ever had?
I worked at Faurecia, which was a plant where we made exhaust systems for cars.
Right.
And I was a material handler, so I would drive this thing that was kind of like a half train, half forklift. And then I would have to pick up and carry 650-pound mufflers a day, and also carry the pipes and everything to boxes of bolts and horrible. 10-hour days, 6-hour weeks, 3.5-hour commute. Horrible. I've never kept a job literally for more than like a couple months in my life.
Music's the career, man.
Yeah, that's what that's telling me. Definitely.
What's the furthest you've ever been from home?
The furthest I've ever been from home now, it would have to be either Amsterdam or Belgium. Yeah.
Not Napa. You've been to Ayia Napa before?
Nah.
Oh, okay. Amsterdam or Belgium.
Yeah.
Favorite snack?
Favorite snack? That's hard. That's hard because I don't like sweet stuff. That's hard.
Chips, cheese, and gravy.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Yeah. Poutine is definitely, but that could be a meal.
What's it called there?
Poutine.
Poutine.
Yeah.
I swear that's the name for something else over here.
Nah. It's an original name from Quebec. Could never
Poutine.
be. Yeah. But yeah, so poutine probably up there, and then like if I'm over here, it's gonna be probably prawn cocktail.
Prawn cocktail.
Yeah, that's the coldest one. That bag of Walkers is deadly.
Yeah. Oh, prawn cocktail crisps.
Yeah. Oh, not the actual.
Like
no.
Glass dishes with actual.
No,
like,
that's
prawn.
cold as well too. I like that too. That's up there.
What's the best thing about where you're from?
The best thing about where I'm from is the dank. We definitely have the loudest loud. And we
definitely got to cut that off the radio interview.
Okay, we can't say that. So ask me again. I'm going to say it again. Ask me again. Ask me again.
Nah, keep it in. It's all about the truth. Who would play you? Who would play you?
It's all about the truth, but we're going to censor it though.
Yeah, on radio, but this one's going out on
Okay,
YouTube,
cool,
so we're
cool.
nice. Who would play you in a movie about your life?
A movie about my life. Oh, man. You know what? I'm going to have to go get the guy that played Trevor in Kidulthood. Definitely.
That's the uncle, isn't it?
No.
I don't know which.
The uncle
No,
is,
so which
he's Trevor, I'm a little gun driller. That's the uncle. He gives him the, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Trevor's the main character.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what's nuts? That's crazy. Side note, another thing what got me into grime too is like when that movie came out, right? What got me really, really into grime.
Yeah.
Everyone up there, and the reason I'm even said that when you asked that is because everyone at my high school used to tell me that I looked like that guy and that I had the same kind of swag. I used to wear a varsity jacket to school, and I had the fade and the waves. You know what I mean? People used to say that to me, and because my name was Trey Von. You know what I mean? So people would say to me, "Oh, Trevor, I'm a little gun driller in the halls and stuff." You know what I mean? And just before I ever watched Kidulthood, I knew a little bit about grime, and before I ever watched Kidulthood, people were saying that to me. I didn't know where it was from. They're referencing the movie. I didn't know where it was from.
And it's funny that you mentioned that as well because that Mike Skinner, the Streets tune you was talking about, Blinded by the Lights, is in the soundtrack as well.
Yeah, so is Sitting Here, Dizzy Rascal. And that's probably one of my favorite songs ever.
It's all connected.
Ever. The whole vibe of that movie too. Another thing was I like rain. I really like rain. I like when it's dark outside. I don't like sunny days and all of that.
Yeah.
And when I watched Kidulthood, it was just grayed off. Everything was gray.
Brotherhood's coming. Are you going to be in the country when it comes?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm liking how that's looking though.
I think it's
I'm not liking how that's looking.
Guys. Yeah.
I'm not liking how that's looking, man. I feel like they're trying to cater to an audience too much more than they did with the first one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just I don't know. I like the Neighborhood.
Yeah.
That was jokes.
Yeah.
I actually seen it before it came out, so I'm biased. I felt important. I was at the screening, you know what I mean? So.
Right. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I didn't even get that invite.
Oh man.
Yeah. Big up you lot.
Yes.
High school nickname.
That sucks because my name is a nickname. Trey, people use that as a nickname when their name's not Trey. So I was just Trey.
That is
you know what I mean? People that knew I was Trey Mission, they would call me Mission, maybe, which people call me now. For the most part, it's
just Trey.
Yeah.
Some creative people around here.
I had a nice name, man. I didn't need to hide it. You know what I mean?
Of course. The last one. Tell me something that no one knows about Tre Mission.
I could play steel pan. Double tenor.
Steel pan.
Yeah, I could play double tenor steel pan.
Why don't you? I need to hear like a production, man. I want to hear this in one of your beats now.
I do like how it sounds, though. I do like how it sounds. I would get it, but I don't own one.
Right.
I need to find one. I always said I'm gonna get one just for my house, like have a steel pan in there.
Yeah.
You know
You
what I
like
mean?
properly play it, or is it just
I'm Jamaican and Trini. My
Right?
dad is from Jamaica. My mom is Trini. So my grandma made me. Well, not made me. I wanted to.
So
my
that's
grandma.
law in the family.
Yeah, and I come from a musical family as well. So you know what I mean. I was always encouraged to, try out stuff like that and challenge myself with anything music wise.
How can they follow you on social media?
Everything is at Tre Mission. Every single thing you could think of. You could find my old things on MySpace probably that I don't sign into anymore at Tre Mission. So
sweet. Well, it's been a pleasure, bro.
Thank you, man.
Thanks for passing through.
Me. It's been
DJ
too long.
DUBL here with Tre Mission.
DJ DUBL.